Hello folks, Damien Jones here again for you today, and today we're going to be discussing the BULLWORKER X5 and also what is different about the different types of BULLWORKER X5 that I've seen about. I've got 4 examples in my collection, but there are many others, and I don't know what they all are. I don't know what the difference is with them all. I can only really account for the differences between the 4 that I actually have. So, let's get on with it. I have, first of all, this type of BULLWORKER X5. Obviously, I've replaced the stickers on mine because they've gone on this. But, yeah, bottom line is, this is your basic BULLWORKER X5. I like to call this the X5 Black, right? It's basically got black handles. It's got black traction ropes on it. And this has sort of like the standard resistance on it of, I think it's about 95 or 100 pound, something like that. It's a good piece of kit, and it's the refined staple, if you will, of the X5 world. Alright, so I've got that type, which this is the type that everybody has, but there are variations of it, and I just wanted to make you aware of those. There's also this. It's different again. It's a BULLWORKER black, a black BULLWORKER, which would seem standard, but it seems it's slightly stronger on the spring. You'll be thinking to yourself, well, could one be more worn than the other? No, it's not the case. There is definitely a difference in resistance, and the difference is, to identify these two, is this one's got black traction ropes, and this type, as you can see, I think, has red ropes. So that's variation number 1, right? One type has got red traction ropes and one's got black. The standard strength is the black, okay, which is suitable for pretty much everyone. This, with the red rope version, is slightly stronger. Yeah, it's got more resistance somehow. It feels like the BULLWORKER Red. I'm not sure whether the difference or not, but I've got a BULLWORKER Red here, which are quite rare, and oh god, yeah, there's a noticeable difference between the black BULLWORKER and the red BULLWORKER. I can only assume. Oh yeah. So this type, oh fucking hell, yeah. These two, the BULLWORKER Red and the black BULLWORKER with the red ropes, are significantly stronger, have significantly stronger tension than the standard BULLWORKER Black. So my advice would be, if you've got a BULLWORKER X5 with the black ropes and it's just not enough for you, you need a stronger spring, either of these two are for you. They're basically very similar in resistance. If you can't find a Bullworker Red, right, go for the Bullworker Black with the red ropes, because I think these are very, very similar in resistance. Yeah, they are very, very similar in resistance. Whereas the one with the black ropes is, I'd say, is more or less like the starter strength. But there are other types. There's the Bullworker X5 Junior, and that I've seen about. Again, it's like the Bullworker Red. It's very rare. You don't come across it often. Mainly when you're looking for an X5 on eBay or anything these days, you tend to come across your standard black rope Bullworker X5, or if you're lucky, you might find one with a red rope. Very, very occasionally, I've only ever seen 2 or 3 of these ever, and that's in like 2 or 3 years. I know there's another YouTuber that uses one. Give him a shout out. That's Anton Brown, and if you watch his videos, you can see clearly that there is more resistance with the Bullworker Red than there is with the standard black rope edition. Now, but as I say though, I mean, trying to find one of these, it's like looking for gold dust, really. But in my opinion, I would say if you can't find a Bullworker Red, then the one with the red ropes rather than the black ropes is pretty much identical in resistance, in my opinion. All right. As I say though, there are other types of X5s about which I've not had any luck trying to find. There's the Bullworker X5 Junior, which can be identified by a green handle, and the resistance in that is less than your standard Bullworker with the black ropes on. I'd love to try and get one of them just to try and find that out for myself, because I mean, one of those would be ideal if you're exercising against an injury or something. I haven't had any luck finding that. Also, there's a Bullworker X5, which I believe is a ladies' one. It's purple in colour. The plastic handles are purple. I believe those are a lady Bullworker. There are so many different types knocking about. Just with the X5 in itself, I mean, I've got an late 70s, early 80s X5 here, and this is a yellow handled one. It's very similar. It's not as well refined though. I think they changed the design later on. It's okay. It does the job, but it's similar in resistance to the black rope Bullworker. There isn't any real difference. It just don't feel as secure. I've seen this type with they've got a totally different mold. They're generally larger than your standard X5. They're riveted, and the finger grooves, whereas the more internal, they jut out on this. But the beauty about this type of X5 is the better for somebody with larger hands, which is why I've got one, basically. They are good. I mean, they do everything else that your standard X5 do. You know, you've got the ropes that you can do that with, or tighter with that. But the only problem with them is the sharpness of the moulding. The ropes can get stuck. I mean, generally speaking, the yellow type of Bullworker, this type anyway. It's a clunkier, less smooth unit, really, and it squeaks a lot. Well, mine does anyway. I've seen this type with the different moulding here. I've seen this type in yellow, like this, and I've also seen it in sort of like a beige colour as well. I don't think this type comes in any other colour variation, but there it is. That's what I call the Bullworker yellow. But I've also seen, as I say, in addition to this type of moulding, I've seen the Bullworker Junior, where this is green. I've seen the Lady X5 variant, which is purple. But I've also seen this type of X5 in blue. So I don't know whether that's a really mild spring in it. I don't know. I don't know whether, you know, the black is the intermediate, the red is the strongest spring, and the blue, you know, the lightest spring. I don't know. I don't have one to say. But you do commonly see this type of Bullworker on, I don't know, say like eBay Marketplace, eBay, things like that, and the yellow. Also, as I say, I've seen them in blue. Now, what the difference is with them, I don't know. I'm only guessing. You know, unless I actually get hold of one, I'm not going to be sure. But going by the 4 that I've got, I can clarify some of the mystique right now. Basically, this is, in my opinion, you've got your 70s, early 80s Bullworker X5, which is either mustard coloured or yellow, and it's of a much bigger, clunkier design. It's not the smoothest of units, I will say. It's okay to use, you know, it's usable and all that, but it's not, you know, you're best off with this type, really. There's no difference in resistance between this type, the yellow, and your standard black. The spring resistance, it's exactly the same, only this type is a more refined version and smoother version than this clunky big thing. And that's pretty much it. You know, if you can't find a Bullworker red, one of these with the red ropes is exactly the same in resistance, which is more than your black rope type. So that's pretty much my opinion on that one. I mean, in the groups and things, people are always discussing, oh, this one's stronger, that one isn't, blah de blah. You hear other YouTubers saying that, oh, this is a stronger one, and I'm looking and I'm thinking to myself, personally, I just think the X5 that they're using is worn out. You know what I mean? The spring's gone, or it's been overstrained, and it's worn out. Maybe that's why the spring resistance is different. But with these 4 that I've got, as far as I'm concerned, there's no difference between these 2 and these 2. There is. They're significantly stronger, and none of these are particularly worn. you know. So there it is. I was going to give a couple of shout outs before I go. Let me see. Anton Brown, I would recommend you watch his videos on using the X5. He started in lockdown. Very interesting watch. And also for your actual training, I would suggest go and take a look at Robotics training for the over 50s. That guy's great. I mean, he's like the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps on going. You know, he's got a video out every other day. So there it is. I mean, go and check them out. And you know, these are out there, if you want to use them, see what you can find knocking around on the second-hand market. But my opinion is, just to clarify it, there really isn't any difference in spring tension between your black rope Bullworker and your 70s yellow handled big Bullworker, if you will. But your red rope, black Bullworker, and your Bullworker red, the springs in these are significantly stronger. Yeah? There's probably about, it feels probably about, I'd say about, at a guesstimate, I would say probably about 115, 120 pounds of pressure there at the maximum. Probably about 95, 100 pounds of pressure on your standard Bullworker X5s. And there it is. That's my opinion on that particular topic. Hope you found that interesting. And welcome to my new subscribers. And I will see you all on the next one. Take care and bye for now.